Hey guys, my name is Wietse Kuilboer and welcome back to my channel. And in today's video I'm gonna talk about how to save more money. Let's go! Saving money was never that easy for me. In fact, I worked a lot. I had 3 different jobs, but always at the end of the month, I had no money left and I sometimes had to borrow money from friends or family to make ends meet. But after I started taking saving really serious and implemented those steps and ways that I'm about to tell you, I was able to save more than 30,000 euros in 3 years. And I didn't have a really high salary. So I'm sure you can do it as well. Number 1 is set goals for yourself. Setting goals will give you direction, and not just in the short term, but also long term. Think about what do you want to save in 6 months, but also what do you want to save in 5 years or in 10 years? And what are your goals? Do you want to become financially free just like me? Or you want to become a millionaire or maybe even a billionaire like Warren Buffett? It's really important that you identify your goals. And of course, big goals are important, but small goals are just as important. It's not easy to become a millionaire or financially free overnight or even in a year. So it's important that you look also to small goals to keep motivating yourself. An example can be, I want to stick to my budget for at least 3 months in a row. Or I want to save 100 euros this month. Start small and you will see that it will become like a game. At least that's how it worked for me. I started in the beginning, and the more I did this, the more I was challenged to find new ways to save money. Number 2, get a budget. I can't stress enough how important it is that you have a budget. If you have no clear view of how much you're spending and how much is coming in, you will never be able to save. And I know this from personal experience. Like I said, always at the end of the month, I had no money anymore and I had no idea where it went. But once I started with a budget, it became more easy for me to save. And if you have no idea how to make a budget, don't worry, because I made a video about this as well. And you can check it either here or I'll leave a link in the description. And you can use one of the many apps out there, or you can use my Excel sheet that's also in the link in the description. Number 3 is set up automatic transfers. Another tip I want to give you guys is to keep your bank balance as low as possible. Because at least for me, when I just got my salary and I have this nice amount on my bank account, I feel rich and I feel like I can spend money and buy whatever I want. But then at the end of the month, I have no money left. Or when an unexpected bill comes up, I have no money to pay for it. So what I did was I set up different accounts. For example, one for clothing or for property taxes or the water bill. And then I set up automatic transfers. So every time I got my salary, right away I would automatically transfer money to each assigned account. And the nice thing about setting this up like this is that it goes automatically. So you don't have to think about it. It costs no willpower. And it just goes. So that really helps you not get tempted to buy things that you don't need and really organize your money in a good way. Number 4 is the envelope method. You probably think I'm crazy talking about envelopes. I mean, who uses envelopes anyways? And you're right. But the envelope method really worked for me. And the envelope method is a really nice way of visualizing how much money you spend per category. How it works is you get some envelopes and you write down the category on it. So for example, doing fun stuff with friends. And then you decide how much you want to spend per category per month. And at the beginning of the month, you put that amount of money in the envelope. Real money. So notes and coins. And this has a psychological effect. Nowadays we pay online or we pay with our cards and it doesn't really cross your mind because the money is not really tangible. It's not in your pocket, it's not in your hands. But when you have physical money, it hurts you more to spend it. That means that you will think a little more before spending money. This way you will be able to save more money. And another thing is, once the money from that certain category is finished, there is nothing left in that envelope, you have to wait till you can refill it again. And in this way, It's really easy to set an amount per category and don't spend more on that. And of course there are exceptions, like sometimes maybe that your envelope for groceries is empty, but you still need to buy groceries. And that's why I always recommend to also have a category with other spending, so that if you ever need it for something else that you couldn't think about ahead, you still have money to pay for it. Number 5 is primary needs. So I made a list of 5 primary needs, and those are food, housing, transportation, clothing, and entertainment. Food is kind of easy to save on, especially if you go out for dinners a lot or if you order a lot. You pay most of the time 4 or 5 times the price that you would pay for it if you make it yourself. A good example is a pizza. If you order a pizza, you will pay at least 10 euros. And when you go to the supermarket and you get a pizza, it maybe costs you 2 to 4 euros. But if you are really smart, you buy some pizzas when they are on discount and you put them in the freezer. And in that way you only pay 1 to 2 euros for a pizza, a saving of 80 to 90%. And another way of saving food is by not getting the most expensive brand. And you can save easily 50 to 100 euros per month by just getting the generic brand. And of course I know people that say, yeah, but Coca-Cola is the best taste, I really don't like the other Coke. And that's okay. I mean, choose the products that you really like and get those expensive brands, but try to save on other things and buy the generic brand. And another way to save money on food is to buy products that don't expire fast in bulk when they are on discount. Think about toothpaste, canned foods like tuna or coffee. Just buy a lot and put it in the pantry, and in that way you get the same product but you only pay 50% of the price. Moving on to the next category, housing. This is not so easy to save on, although there are some things that you can do. One of those things is to get a roommate. Of course, this is not possible for everyone, but getting a roommate really drastically saves you money, because instead of paying it alone, you can pay it by 2. So you pay 50% of what you normally would pay. Another way to save money is if you have an extra room and rent this out via Airbnb. You can also get a cheaper house or a cheaper rental. I, for example, when I started living on my own, lived in a new built studio apartment really close to the city center. But I almost paid 800 euros per month. Then I moved out a little further from the city in an older building, and I only had to pay a little above 400 euros per month. After that, I also started living together with my girlfriend, so I only had to pay around 200 euros per month. So I went from 800 euros per month to 200 euros. That's a saving of 75% or 600 euros per month. And if those options are not possible for you, you can almost always save on your utilities. Think about electricity or gas, for example. It's a really generic product. I mean, if you get it from supplier A or supplier B, it doesn't matter. The electricity is the same. Another one is your internet subscription. I, for example, had unlimited data on my mobile phone, so I didn't need internet. I used my mobile phone as a hotspot, and I could go on internet or stream Netflix or watch TV. And of course this was not always practical, but it saved me at least 30 euros per month. And another one is your phone subscription. I thought I already had a pretty good deal because I only paid 20 euros per month. And then I got an email saying that I could extend my contract. And I just went to a comparison site to see if I had the best price. And it turned out that I could get the same subscription with another supplier for 50% of the price. So instead of paying 20 euros, I only have to pay 10 euros per month now. And I hear you say 10 euros per month, that's not really a big difference. But think about this. If you save 10 euros per month for 50 years and you have an average return of 7.5%, you will have 66,000 euros. So it's really important that you're always on top of this, because there's always ways to save money. The next one is transportation. And I understand that this is also a difficult one and it's not for everyone to save on this, but there still are some things that you can do. Owning and driving a car is so expensive. It's not just the purchase price. You also have to pay insurance, taxes, gas, inspections. So it's really, really expensive to own a car. And of course, I understand that some people really cannot go without a car because they live in a rural area or they have to drive a lot. But then you can still save by getting a cheaper car or a more efficient car, so you can save on gas. And if you go with public transportation a lot, it can really be beneficial to check if there's maybe a subscription. In that way you get a discount compared to if you buy a single ticket every time. The next one is clothing. Everybody needs clothes, and I'm not saying don't buy any clothes. What I am saying is be very intentional about the clothes that you get. Most of us have so many clothes that we don't wear, or maybe only once or twice, and then we just leave it in the closet and never wear it again. That's such a waste, and not just in money but also an environmental waste. So be really intentional about the clothes that you buy. One thing that really helped me out a lot was to unsubscribe from all those email lists. And there's a reason why you receive so many emails, because it works. If you see a message with 50% off and the offer expires today, then you feel like,
oh, this is such a good deal, I have to act fast because otherwise this deal will be gone.
And that's exactly what they want. They want you to spend money without thinking about it. Because most of the time, if you think about it a few days, you will find out that you don't really need it, or that you already had a jacket or some shoes. So unsubscribe from those email lists and just look for clothes when you need them. If you want to take saving really to the next level, you can also consider buying second-hand clothes. Most of the time you will get a discount of 75–80% of the purchase price. Another way to save money is if you shop online, to Google the product you're about to buy and check if you can get it somewhere else for a better price. And this saved me a lot of money, because most of the time there is a website that offers it for a better price. And then another thing I always do is right before I'm about to pay, Google for discount codes. And you will find that more often than not, there is a discount code available and you can save even more on your purchase. So again, you get the same thing but for a better price. So how it works is, I type in the name of the website plus discount code. And then I look for 5 minutes if there's any discount code available. And in my case, almost half of the time I am able to find a discount code. And again, you buy the same thing, but for a better price. Who doesn't want that? And the last category is entertainment. Think about your Netflix subscription. If you purchase this alone, you pay around €8 per month. But if you buy it with your friends, you can save a lot of money with this. And this is what I did. If you get the most premium subscription on Netflix, you can watch with 4 screens at the same time. So what I did is, together with 3 other friends, we got one Netflix account and we share the price. And in this way, we only pay €3.50 per person. So that's a saving of more than 50%. And another example is my Spotify account. If you get your Spotify alone, you pay around €10, but I got it with 5 other friends. And in that way, we only pay €2.50 per person per month. The same product for 75% of the price. Who doesn't want that? And also, you can get a lot of discounts on activities. For example, rock climbing, going to the cinema, going to the arcade, and even going out for dinners. There is a lot of discounts available. So always make sure to check it out, because if you're already about to do it and you can get a discount, why wouldn't you take it? And this is what I mean with that you don't have to say no to things. You can still do the same thing, but just look for a deal. And then in that way you can do the same, but for a better price. Number 6, sell your old stuff online instead of throwing it away. And in this way I saved a lot of money. And also you can buy someone else's old stuff online. For example, I needed a fridge and I didn't have the money to buy a new fridge. So I looked online and I found a fridge for €25. And it wasn't a bad fridge or anything like that. This guy just wanted to get rid of it so he could get a newer model that was more energy efficient. So he just sold this to me. And then he also had an old computer screen and he said, oh, do you want this as well? Because I want to get rid of this. And I said, yeah, sure, no problem. So I got that one for free. And it turned out that I was able to sell this old computer screen for €20. But it gets even better, because when I decided to move out of that apartment, I sold that fridge for the same €25 I bought it for. So in the end, I made a profit of €20 by buying and selling a fridge. So yeah guys, that was it. Those are my ways and my tips on how to save more money. I hope this was useful and that you can use some of these tips as well. And if you like this video, please smash that like button. And if you want to learn more about saving money or investing, please subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell. And I hope I see you in the next one. Have a great day.